Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 Lexus NX350 F Sport handling. This model is finished off in ultra white, and the MSRP is just shy of $55,000. Now for the 26-year model, there's really no significant changes. We have some different color options. The NX250 is no longer available, but you get the 350 and the 450 with a lot of different options. Now this model here is powered by the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder turbo. It is paired to an 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 275 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque. It is all-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 21 miles per gallon in the city and 28 out on the highway. Now for this F Sport model, we do have some unique features over a non-F Sport as far as the front fascia and bumper goes. Now this does have the traditional Lexus badge, which is also the sensor. There's parking sensors too. The hourglass design for this grille, which is finished off in gloss black. There's also some brushed accents for the lower section there, more gloss black, which is also hiding some fog lights down below. And then there's a dark housing for all of the LEDs just to blend it in a little nicer. And then there's some really subtle lines coming down the hood, which wrap around the front section of that grille just to tie it in very nicely. Now this F Sport also gets 20-inch gloss black wheels. There's the adaptive suspension, F Sport badge just behind that. There's some plastic for the lower side skirt there, but you'll notice more gloss black for the power folding side mirrors, which have a turn signal and some chrome trim accents. There's also some brushed chrome for all the window trim, gloss black for the roof racks, and then a sunroof up top. There's also some gloss black surrounding the door handles too, which is a nice touch, and some very nice lines leading our way to the back. Now this has a body colored spoiler with a third brake light and the wiper blade, a dark housing for all of the lights in back. There's a backup camera of the parking sensors, and then some more of that brush trim that you saw on the front bumper. Now it is worth noting you can put a hitch on this vehicle. It can tow around 2,000 pounds. Realistically, you could put a bike hitch on it or something like that for some smaller items. Now you can use the button on the key fob or that control underneath, and you can gain access to the cargo space, where this is plenty full for its size. Now you have this removable cover. There's also some hooks in here so you can place some bags. There's a 12-volt, you get a little bit of storage, and this also gets hidden storage underneath the floor. So you can place some items up below, and you have a little bit more in the back section there, which is very helpful. And of course, you can fold down the back seats for even more interior space. And then there's two buttons up top where you can close the liftgate or lock the vehicle. Now this does have proximity door handles, so you can use all four to lock and unlock this. And then this model has the two-tone interior with the red leather. Now this is the electronic release to exit, pull it twice for the manual release, and then you have some storage down below. And then here's a look at the two-tone seats where you have a release by the headrest to fold these seats flat, and you can easily grab items from this side too. Now at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. There's also storage pockets, vents in the middle, auxiliaries down below. I have about 1.5 inches or 2 of headroom, so it's very plentiful for this. There's an armrest and 2 cup holders in the middle as well. So for its size, I would be extremely comfortable riding around. Now up front, there's all of the controls for the mirrors, lock and unlock window controls, and then storage, and the same two-tone design. F Sport is down on the door sill, and then there's automatic front seats with F Sport up in the headrest. Now, as we start this up, we're greeted with a solid and perforated leather steering wheel with the F Sport badge down below. It's also power operating for all of these controls here. And then there's paddle shifters on both sides, and then touch sensitive controls on the left and the right. You'll notice there's also volume, and then a lane keeping assist and some cruise control settings. So you'll notice as you hover your finger on these controls, they will light up on the gauge cluster. So that way you can go through these just depending on what you need to see. You have a lot of information to go through with the head-up display, and you can even adjust how high you would like the position of it. So it's pretty easy to go through it. And then on this left side, we have some audio adjustments with tuning, and then you have some Bluetooth controls, and you can further go through some of this information. Very easy to get used to it, very quick and easy to use. Now on this left side, there's your fuel cap release, the lift gate, you get a little bit of storage. There's some odometer controls with 1 air vent. And then as we work our way to this infotainment system, you have a lot within this screen, and then you have settings on the left that are fixed. So you can easily get through all this information, look at a lot of the standard safety features that you can turn on and off, go through your trip information. There's various settings to set this up to your liking. And then still within the screen, you can get into some of the climate features. And then you also have some shortcuts here that you can get through for some of the standard safety information. Now this also has heated seats, a heated steering wheel. There's your fan speed right in the middle. You can shut everything off, of course. Temperatures are on the left side and the right side. And then you have a physical button for volume in the middle, along with some defrosters on both sides. Now there's air vents underneath that, and then a shortcut to the different driving modes. So you have a few to go through, and you'll notice the gauge cluster will change depending on the mode that you are in. You get some auxiliaries with a small storage shelf here, but you can open that up for hidden space along with additional auxiliaries. Now there's 2 cup holders. This is how you put the vehicle into reverse, where you have a few different angles that you can go through along with the guidelines. And then you have drive, and then pull it straight back for the manual setting to use the paddles. And then park's located just behind the shifter. Now there's traction control, auto hold, engine start stop, downhill assist, e-brake, and an off-road setting for that 4-wheel drive system. You have 2 different ways to open up the center armrest, and then a locking glove box with additional space. Now this also has a digital rear view mirror. Those controls are going to be on the right side up underneath, so you can go through all those settings, and then garage door buttons are located on the left. There's a sunglass holder up top, dome lights, and controls for that sunroof. And then here's a look at visibility, where it's pretty easy to see over both shoulders. Even with the design of that rear pillar, you have quite a lot of glass to see. And still in Sport S Plus second gear, here we go. And a very minor acceleration, and we are up to speed. Again, paddles are very responsive. I like the sizing to them, and I like the fact that you can have some of that sporty aspect fun in this luxury vehicle. It's not performance oriented-ish, but it has the handling characteristics to give you a solid vehicle to take on roads like this. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the 2026 NX350. Very easy vehicle to see out of as well. You have some additional windows here by the side view mirrors, so that way you can see on that passenger side and around the mirror on this side. And I think it's a really great option for the sizing. For the price, it's in line with some other competitors, but this model here is going to give you a little bit better ease of controls with everything available. So it's not overly loaded with tech features, but it gives you what you need, distance pacing. It would be nice to see ventilated seats. I'm not sure if that's an option or not, but aside from that, everything else is laid out very well. You can hook your phone up to the system. That's pretty much all you need in today's world, especially when everything is on your phone. It can be right there on the screen. But all the materials are very nice. There's some plastic. We have some nice padded materials on the dash, however. So all of the materials, I think, for the price are very nice. It's just super comfortable and easy to drive. Now this does have a height adjustment for the seat, and at 5'10" right now with the seat all the way down, I have maybe 2 inches or so of headroom. So you can be a little bit taller than me. Again, for its smaller size, not all that bad considering its overall shape and everything, but a super nice vehicle. And as far as its maneuverability goes, looks like we will have to pull in and do a U-turn down here where we can test it around this section right here. So not the biggest road, but it's good because it's not the biggest SUV either. So we can test it where we will have to back up, but like I mentioned earlier, super maneuverable. So it's easy to place where you would like it, and it would just make for a great daily driver. So you could pack some people in here, you could pack some cargo items in here, just have a really nice vehicle that will be very easy to maintain too. This is a vehicle that you will be able to keep for several years and really be worry-free with keeping this on the road and the maintenance. So great option overall if you're looking for luxury and reliability in a compact SUV. Well, that is going to wrap it up for the 2026 NX350 F Sport handling. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick Lexus Northlake for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I'll see you all in the next video.